tell you, I have sad news for Vice President Mike Pence. Groupies out there. All two of you. Where are they?
He's a good-looking guy.
He's a good-looking guy.
You know, I like a personality. Hello.
I like Mike Pence.
Apparently, he won't go out to dinner with a woman, we've heard, unless his wife Karen is with him too. And he won't attend any event where booze is served without her either. Now, what is he afraid of?
Self-control? No, it's that real, the near temptation of sin that I talk about all the time. I mean, I think he's a man of faith. And what good is going to happen having dinner with another woman where booze is flowing? I mean, you can
Maybe he'll say something he doesn't want to say.
I don't know. You can have coffee.
Loose
I think it's a sign of respect.
It kind of rolls people out because I have guy friends. And, like, I mean, Max and I talk before I go out with them, but, like, I have some really dear friends that happen to be guys. And, like, we hang out. I don't think it's dinner without wine, so there's going to be booze. But we, like, we just chill. And I feel like it narrows you if you can't have any male friends.
Well, it also...
I'm with you.
Go ahead.
I'm with you, Sarah, because I think if you have crystal clear communications and you set the parameters and you say, here's what I'm going to do, here's what time I'm getting home, I don't think you should be able to discriminate.
Like, you go out with people, like, you have business. Most of your people in your company are women.
Well, there's a lot, probably 35% of our employees are women and at the executive level. And there's a lot of CEOs and CEOs you have to deal with.
Well, that's the point. He doesn't go out with women. That cuts down on networking for women.
That's different, though. You have to remember,
Why is it different?
First of all, he's in politics in one of the sleaziest towns in the country.
What town is that?
D.C. is one of the sleaziest towns. You walk into these bars, it is. You walk into these bars, you see tons of inappropriate behavior. He can work with other women. I think what he's saying is if you're looking to get ahead, I'm the vice president, he's the vice president, everyone is on a power trip in D.C. If you're looking to get ahead and you're going to try to schmooze me and you're going to walk into a bar and you think you're going to drink it up and take some inappropriate picture of me and then send it out there or try to get something from me, that's not going to happen. He's putting his wife front and center and saying, this is what I'm about, this is what I stand for, and you know what?
I have a feeling he always did this even before he was the vice president.
He's been married 32 years. He's saying, if you want to work with me, you can work in the office. You don't have to work over drinks.
Over dinner.
But I still disagree. And Alex, please have my back here or I'm outnumbered. I feel like every time you're going to do something, like someone wants to meet you, hear what you do, maybe they want to get in front of you for an interview, they always say, let's get coffee, let's get drinks, let's go out. It's always a social...
Coffee is different.
I'm not saying you have to drink, but you do go one-on-one. I don't say, let me call my husband to come along. I'm a big girl.
You're not vice president, though. That's the difference.
But I'm saying
He's just vice president for 70 days.
And before that, he was governor. He was in a political...
But what that does
say
is for women that do want to get ahead, that want to meet with him, that want to get in front of him and say,
They can have coffee.
I don't care if it's coffee, Sonny, you're missing that. I don't need alcohol. I'm saying they can have coffee, breakfast, whatever you say, but I'm not going to bring my husband every time I am around a man. I'm not that tactic.
You girls are suspicious of your men, is what I say.
I'm not at all, but...
I'm not. I'm actually not. I think it's a sign of respect.
To never have dinner with a woman.
To have dinner and drinks with a woman one-on-one. I don't think it's necessary. I think you can conduct business in the boardroom. I think you can people have a lot of meetings at Starbucks. I think that you have to put your marriage front and center. You have to put your spouse front and center. And anything that can embarrass that person should be off limits.
So does that mean... Well, just let me ask you a question. Does that mean he shouldn't have dinner with Angela Merkel, for example?
That's not what he's talking about.
He said no woman.
We've got one dude at the table, guys. I need Friday.
Rebuttal us, because you are an attorney.
Yes.
What I would say is this: you can do a lot of damage at breakfast or coffee.
Okay, that's fair. So you shouldn't do that either.
Well, just because it's coffee doesn't mean it's kosher.
Fair enough.
So I think if you set the parameters and you identify is not social, is business.
Yeah.
I think you need to do that.
So what would you do? You would call your significant other and say what?
I would say we're going to have dinner at Houston's from 7 to 9. This is why we're having to... I mean, complete transparency. Just let her have it, dump it on her, and let her figure it out. And, honey, I'll call you when I get home.
Okay, and I guess that way, if someone sees you, you're protected because she knows.
Well, she should know everything first.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
It's different if it's somebody that you know, like, say, for example, if I go have dinner with someone and it's someone that my boyfriend knows, who knows our relationship, we've all hung out, there's a comfort. He's not talking about that. He's talking about the DC slime out there that is waiting to
DC
see his
for many
I know
years.
it's
DC
true.
was so yucky.
Walk into these
yucky.
bars. Walk into these bars in DC. Look at a happy hour among politicians, and you know the history of politicians that cheat on their wives, that cheat on their husbands. I think it's nice to see someone say, look, if you want to get ahead, let's do it in a professional environment. You're not going to compromise my family or my values.
I think that limits you because I'm not going to get into a boardroom with Mike Pence, and if
Yeah,
I want to
please.
pitch something or. Not that I want to be in a
You
boardroom with
can.
Mike Pence, but
You can,
there
actually.
aren't a lot of opportunities.
All right.
No, you can get into a boardroom. but
All
you
right,
probably
Alex
won't
is
get
going to
to
have the
drink
last
dinner.
word. Go ahead.
I don't know anything about politics. I get enough trouble talking about baseball. But in business, and I run my company, there's a lot of women owners.
Yeah.
And you can't discriminate. If I have to go to dinner to close a deal, I'm not going to stay away from that business because she's a female.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back with more Hot Topics.